This book rules. I'm kind of flabbergasted by how much I'm enjoying it. So, the last time that I had done an update, I was up to, I think, page 70. Yeah, I was up to like chapter 3, and I was like, oh, it's actually chapter 5, but the book is. Yeah, once this book gets going, it gets going, okay? I am up to chapter 15 now. I have read 12 chapters since the last time that we have spoken. Because I was just so taken away by this book, I could not pull myself away from it. So I'm going to talk in brief about a couple of the things that I have felt about what is like a quarter of the book now. It ramps up the tension really well. I remember in the last video I was saying like, oh, there's this sort of like unspoken tension that's going on. And I was really surprised by how, like, it popped off like a pressure buildup, you know? The introduction of the staple fantasy creatures, but like their Wheel of Time versions, has been very interesting. So you got like Trollocs, which are like orcs, except they're not like orcs because they have this completely like it appears to be this like divergent evolution thing. I haven't had it explained yet, but it's like they all are different type of beast people. Some more human than the others. You have the Myrddraal, which are like knight, like black swordsmen, black hooded swordsmen on like horseback, and they can turn two-dimensionally and just flatten away. There's the Drakkar, which is just this dragon flying above them. The Wheel of Time version of like a mage, the Aes Sedai, is so interesting because she seems so powerful, but they always emphasize that like she's powerful in an outward way, not in an inward way. So it's like she's able to heal all these people, but she can't heal herself. You know, she's able to restore the stamina of people, but she needs to sleep like a regular person. So you feel this like tension around her, and they keep trying to play this character of like, oh, is she good? Is she bad? Maybe she's bad. I don't think that she's bad. I think maybe some of her order might turn out to be bad. So as the story goes, you know, we have this pastoral life that we're living, and then we gotta everybody get up. Not everybody, but all of our heroes involved need to get up and leave, because we gotta go to Rivendell. I mean, Tar Valon. And you know, like that's just I don't mean that in like a mean way. I love that about like any fantasy story where it's like you hit the part where it's like we gotta leave the place where we live and go to that place over there. The thing that was really amazing to me was they were traveling to I think it's called Whitebridge. No, Baerlon, this big wooden city, and it takes them like a couple chapters to get there, and they really emphasize and drive in like just how much space is between any sort of like living settlement in this universe. And then they get to this city, and they're like, this city is like as big as some of the places that, like multiple chapters that we just walked through. And all of that space is encapsulated in these walls. So, as far as like capturing the imagination with the sense of scale, 10 out of 10. I'm also having one of those weird moments where like I can't believe how much of this I haven't had spoiled for me, because I'm going through the book and I'm like, I don't know who lives, I don't know who dies, I don't know where this is going. You know, like even when I was reading Dune, you know, everybody always joked about book 4, haha, book 4, but like I don't have any of that with this. I don't know where this is going at all, and it's kind of mind-boggling. But I am absolutely loving this. To me, it feels, and this might just be like the read of my personal experiences coming through, but so when I read Lord of the Rings when I was a kid, and I read A Song of Ice and Fire a couple of years ago, And this to me feels like a really good middle ground between those two tones, where it's like it's still fantasy and it's still like a fantastical world with magic and all this stuff, but it's also got the politics. It's got some sort of moral grayness to it, and I just can't wait to read more of it, you know. And as I read more of it, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have so much more to talk about when I get up to this vlog. But the fact of the matter is, I don't really get into super specifics in these vlogs because, I mean, if I was to recount the chapters for you, a lot of it would be like they were traveling someplace. There was a big battle, then they were recovering from the big battle, then they were traveling for a while. But it's just, there's so much little character to these interactions and these moments. And I am just so excited to see where it goes. Super worried that any of these characters could die at any moment. Lan the Warder. I hope I'm not going to eat my words on this, but I like that character a lot. So if he turns out to be big evil man, I will be sad. Alright, that's pretty much all I got about this. I'm going to do more reading and come back to you guys soon, probably with another quarter of it knocked out at the rate I'm going. And, in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok I just started, all of them, at Gamma Ray Garrett, 2 R's, 2 T's. And, take it easy.